Ladies and gentlemen, Rays and Guitars, to the Ray Guitars channel. And I am your host, Ray Guitard himself. So hey guys, I'm back. I'm better than ever. I'm doing great things, like I always do. Sitting in front of my computer and complaining about shit. But you watch it, and you enjoy it, so that's on you, man. So what are we talking about today, Mr. Ray Guitard? Guys, it's pretty simple. Today, I was just scrolling through, good old Twitter, everybody's, favorite waste of time. It's a great place if you want to scroll there for a couple hours and leave with a headache, you know what I mean? So I was scrolling, it was like the first thing that popped up on my feed, and it was a video of Pokimane telling everyone a little secret about herself. But before we get into that, we have to listen to train sound effects, because the United States Railroad doesn't want me to f***ing succeed at life.
Biggest secrets that I'm gonna reveal right now, okay?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't think I've revealed this before. So you say, like, your
No
mute list
way.
is expanding. And here's the thing. My block list expands too. But here's the other thing. I'm not even the one blocking people. Like, if people say some weird shit in my replies, on God, 90% of the time, I don't see it. I have people on my account blocking people for me. And so when people are like, when they're like, oh my God, Pokimane blocked me. Blah, 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 I'm like, it wasn't even me.
Oh my god, it's so funny that you are so afraid of criticism and even just a slight joke at your expense that you pay people to block others for you. That's crazy, dude. You literally set up a filter so you don't even have to think about negative criticism. What a perfect little echo chamber you really live in, man. Wow, that's just sad. Now, obviously, you're allowed to block anyone you want, sure. I don't care if you block me, if you block the next person. I really don't care who you block. It does not affect me in any way, shape, or form. You should at least have to know the reason why they're blocked and read the criticism or joke or anything before you block them. Like, that's crazy. You are literally living in a pillow, like, little cloud world that doesn't exist. There are so many people that dislike you, Pokimane, because you're only popular for taking advantage of sad, lonely men and lesbians. Sure, maybe there's some sad, lonely lesbos out there. Your content sucks.
Nigga, you ain't funny. That's not true. Maybe you're just boring as only lame niggas say that shit.
Just to, like, block off your entire world like that, to the point where you can't even see a negative thing about yourself, is crazy to me, dude. Maybe I am just weirdly desensitized to it because, number one, I grew up watching commentary and I grew up on the internet and playing video games, so I hear just insults and criticism about myself all the time. I grew up with friends who were quite vicious about the things they said, and you know, ever since I started this commentary channel and putting my opinions out there and just kind of speaking into the proverbial void, I've gotten back a lot of negative comments, most of which are just kind of dumb, most of which at the end of the day aren't going to affect me and shouldn't affect me in any way, shape, or form because they don't matter. I just don't understand how these little cloud people, these little bubble buddies, so fragile that they would pop if you just blew wind in their general direction. I don't know how these people exist in this world or online in general. I don't know how she made it this far. If she couldn't even, like, look at the people that she banned or blocked, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. How are you that sensitive? But, you know, it's just kind of signifying a trend that I've been seeing on the internet, which is just, like, straight up behavior. Just people being weenies for no good reason other than, oh, I can't ever be disagreed with. I can't ever be upset. The world is upsetting. You know, horrible things happen every single day. That's the way of Mother Nature. Literally at the essence of this earth is negativity that garners positivity through it. For instance, every time a gazelle dies and is eaten by a lion, that lion then can feed its cubs. It's a cycle. Everything is a cycle. And even online hate. One man's commentary video that comes off as hateful and rude and mean, is another man's entertainment for the night that he puts on with his girlfriend as I don't know what you guys do. And at least some people on the internet here are still sane, like the good old YouTuber Kavos, who said Pokimane has a dedicated team to block hate comments. Living in an echo chamber of simps seems pretty sad. Then he also continued, obviously, if people are saying some ungodly weird shit, then block them. But I guarantee this team will just block people who even lightly criticize her. Watch her ego inflate 10 times more now, if that's possible. And yeah, that's what you get with these extraordinarily egotistical streamers. These people are not great people, even though they all prop themselves up to be goody little two-shoes. And he makes a good point, obviously. If people are saying such weird shit to the point where it's like, you might be a maniac, or like death threats, then sure, block them. You don't have to listen to it, you don't have to read it. But how all of the Leafy stuff went down, where she copyright striked and took down his videos, just making fun of her and lightly criticizing her content, it wouldn't surprise me if these people are quite literally filtering out everything other than positivity. The world is not perfect positivity. No, there's a yin, there's a yang. There will be light and there will be darkness, and within that darkness there is light, and within that light there is darkness, where they always move in a circular motion. It truly is astonishing that people want to create a fake world. Just recently I was watching a podcast with Tom Segura, the Two Bears podcast, something like that, and he was going over why he doesn't go and do stand-up at college campuses, because the people there live in a bubble where they can't have anything that could ever possibly upset them. If anything does, they freak out about it, and they scream and cry. For instance, the people who see Lil Darky, an underground rapper. If you've never heard of him, I definitely recommend you go check him out.
Bitch, I'm smoking gas in my chambers like it's the Holocaust.
He makes some crazy music, man. Some really, really funny stuff. His overall message that he promotes is just like positivity and love. But yeah, he says some crazy stuff. He says some naughty words. He uses the faggot word. Oh no. This virtual world that we have built is not the real world. If you aren't faced by hardship, by people criticizing you, by people hating on you, by people insulting you for things that you can't control, how are you ever supposed to become resilient and live in this hellscape we are stuck in? I don't know how people are this weak, man.
You're a pussy.
What scares me even more, guys, is this other post that I saw. Jeremiah Wang said, I didn't even consider my language. I've used the phrases on the left too often. Instead of using, we're going to pull the trigger, use, we're going to lunch. I'll bite the bullet. I won't avoid it any longer. Oh, now come on, dude. I'll bite the bullet? That'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That'll feed 2 birds with 1 scone. That's the most pussy way of saying that in the world. I'm sorry. I am never going to use that ever. And there's so many more of these, dude. If you are truly offended or upset by any of these phrases, get over yourself. Like, this stuff is the most mundane bullshit ever. And you're telling me we should have a problem with it? We have to pick our battles. We have to choose our opportunities. I get it. They literally get across the same exact thing. The only difference is that one side sounds like you're a kindergarten teacher and a complete pussy, and the other side just adds a bit of flavor to your sentence. I bombed the presentation. I didn't do my best. The word bombed is violent language? What the dude? That's not a bad idea. That's a good idea. The word bad idea. Guys, we can't hear the words bad idea because that is violent language. Are you kidding me? I was blown away by her presentation. I was impressed by her presentation. Okay, the impressed one sounds like, yeah, she did alright. The blown away one sounds like she did killer. Sounds like she literally knocked it out of the park. Sounds like she did amazing. And the thing is that all of the people in the replies to this post are literally just like corpo assholes that you would probably never want to have a conversation with in your entire life. Scones are an inappropriate food for birds. They are not meant to consume refined flour and sugar. It's certain that more birds are damaged today by human food than by thrown rocks. Seems a dangerous proverb. I'd suggest maybe feed 2 birds with appropriate feed for their diet. And I'm glad that not everyone is such a pussy and like actually taking this crap seriously. Here is the huge problem with this kind of rhetoric and this kind of thought process. Language is not violent. In no way, shape, or form is language ever violent. Actions are violent. That's why you can't go to jail for saying f it, but you can go to jail for saying, hey, go kill that guy right now. And if someone goes and kills him, then you are liable for that because you directly told someone to go do an action. And here's my overall point. Does anyone even care? Like, sure, maybe the corpies really get their knickers in a twist whenever they hear someone say, soften the blow, guys. Does a regular, average human being, Joe Schmo off the street, really actually care in any other setting other than, like, an office? No, you pull some random guy off the street, he'll probably call you gay and retarded, like I would. I mean, at the end of the day, what does the gay retard really have to say about all of this? Don't be a weenie. I don't like weenies. I'm tired of these weenie butts all around my internet, acting like they can tell people what to say to make their precious little feelings feel so much better. Why do you matter any more than I do? What if me saying I was blown away by that makes me feel super, super happy every time I say it? Is that not just as much justification to say it than your reason to say I was impressed by it? I'm pretty sure my phrase would make someone feel 100 times better about themselves and about their actual presentation. So other than that, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. And if you guys do enjoy the content and you want to support the channel, you can go down in the description and find my Ko-Fi, where I have different tiers and you guys can support the channel monetarily, put a little food on my table, and also get access to exclusive content. I'm planning on rolling out even more of it. I have like a whole little series that I'm gonna plan on doing with strain reviews. I smoke weed. Who would have guessed? I'm gonna do some strain reviews, make fun little videos over there that are exclusively on Ko-Fi because they can't be up here on YouTube without getting age restricted. So if you guys want to help out, that would be very much appreciated. Gay retard out.